MSC World Europa is the largest cruise ship in the old continent, but its size isn't what truly impresses. We've already explored Icon of the Seas, the American giant that roars like a tropical beast in the heart of the Caribbean. Today, we cross the Atlantic to meet its silent rival. This isn't a ship, it's a floating vision of the future, an experiment in luxury, technology, and sustainability that doesn't compete in size, but in elegance. Along the Mediterranean coast, where steel becomes form and design breathes art, a different kind of creature was born. It doesn't seek attention, it effortlessly steals it. Its silhouette cuts through the sea like a silver arrow. A steel slide spirals down 11 decks, a glowing LED dome lights up the night, its quiet LNG engines hum below, and an exclusive neighborhood offers cabins that rival five-star hotels in Dubai. Here, luxury isn't loud, it's smart, the most futuristic cruise ship to ever sail the Mediterranean. Welcome to Curiometro. Stepping aboard the MSC World Europa doesn't feel like the start of a trip, it feels like entering a new era. 22 decks, 333 meters long, room for over 6,700 passengers. But numbers don't tell the whole story. This isn't a ship built just to go from port to port, it's a floating ecosystem that redefines what it means to travel by sea. From the very first moment, the air smells like innovation. The floor beneath your feet hums softly as if the ocean and the vessel had made a silent pact. Natural light filters through glass walls while sleek metal curves guide your gaze toward a horizon that feels within reach. Nothing here is accidental. Every space, every texture, every detail was designed to blend comfort, aesthetics, and environmental care. World Europa doesn't just aim to impress, it wants to make you forget everything you thought you knew about cruising. In the next few minutes, we'll guide you through its themed neighborhoods, its most thrilling attractions, its spaces for pure relaxation, its world-class dining, and the technology that drives it, all without leaving a trace in the sea. Get ready, because what you're about to see isn't just a ship, it's a postcard from the future, sailing through the present. MSC World Europa wasn't built in secret, but for months its silhouette slowly rose behind cranes, scaffolding, and tarps like a monumental sculpture. Only a few could witness up close. Its story begins in Saint-Nazaire, France, at the legendary Chantier de l'Atlantique shipyards, where for over a century some of the world's most iconic vessels have been born. Here, on a dock that looks more like a spaceport, thousands of parts were assembled, and together they would give life to the most futuristic cruise ship in Europe. If Icon of the Seas, which we've already featured in one of our videos, chose the path of massive spectacle and abundant attractions, World Europa took a different route, silent engineering, functional elegance, and sustainability as its flag. The construction was an industrial ballet that lasted over 2 years. More than 2,600 workers, engineers, and designers labored day and night to raise 333 meters of steel. Every block, every hull section was mounted like a massive puzzle made of tons. The ship was designed to be the first in the MSC fleet powered by liquefied natural gas, a major step in reducing emissions. The most anticipated moment arrived when its freshly painted hull touched the cold waters of the Atlantic for the first time. There were no fireworks, no pyrotechnics, just a collective round of applause and the deep roar of the sea welcoming its newest guest. It was official. The Mediterranean and the world now had a new titan ready to prove that luxury and environmental responsibility can sail in the same direction. From a distance, the MSC World Europa looks like a skyscraper laid sideways across the sea, but it's only up close that you notice its most distinctive feature, the open, Y-shaped stern. This design isn't just an aesthetic whim. It creates a vast open-air promenade connecting multiple decks, offering direct ocean views from the very heart of the ship. With 22 decks, 16 of them open to guests, each named after a different European city, and a total length of 333 meters, World Europa commands attention without ever needing to shout. Unlike Icon of the Seas, which gathers most of its wow factor in themed zones, World Europa's design flows more naturally. A seamless sequence of spaces that invite you to walk, explore, and discover at your own pace. Its pearl gray hull reflects Mediterranean light like liquid metal. The balconies line up in geometric perfection, and the ship's contours resemble a futuristic yacht more than a traditional cruise liner. Inside, the ship is divided into neighborhoods, each with a distinct purpose: family areas, luxury-only spaces, sports zones, nightlife venues, and quiet corners for total relaxation. Everything is connected by walkways, panoramic elevators, and a 100-meter-long central promenade topped with an LED dome that shifts in color and light throughout the day. The result? A constant feeling of openness. Here, you never feel trapped in a narrow hallway or windowless lounge. There's always an opening, a spot to watch the sea, or a terrace that reminds you that while this may feel like a city from the future, you're sailing across an ancient ocean. MSC World Europa isn't just built to impress, it's built to make you forget you're even on a ship. In this video, we'll explore the most iconic spaces aboard MSC World Europa, and our journey begins the moment you step onto the gangway. In that instant, the door opens to 8 unique worlds, all united beneath a single roof of steel and glass. The tour starts in the World Galleria, moves on to the MSC Yacht Club, passes through the Luna Park Arena and Dorema Land, and reaches the open Y-shaped stern with the spiral as its shining centerpiece, then continues across a wide array of themed bars spread throughout the ship. Unlike a theme park, MSC World Europa doesn't divide its spaces into fantasy lands. Instead, it weaves them together like a modern city, where every corner has its own personality. One day you might lose yourself in the elegant buzz of the World Galleria, and the next wake up in the quiet luxury of the Yacht Club. And that duality is what makes this ship not just a place to visit, but a place to live in. The MSC World Europa doesn't need giant water parks to impress. Its approach is different, a fusion of adrenaline, technology, and design to create truly unique experiences. The most iconic is the Spiral, a metal slide that looks like a futuristic sculpture coiled within the heart of the ship. It drops 11 decks through a stainless steel tube that gleams in the sunlight and glows at night. It's not just an attraction, it's a piece of functional art connecting fun with architecture. For those craving speed and competition, the simulator zone is a magnet. The Formula One simulator recreates the roar and vibrations of a race car at full throttle, while virtual reality experiences transport you into other worlds entirely. Children and families have their own kingdom in the aquapark, with multicolored slides, interactive water games, and a safe splash pool for younger guests. At night, a different kind of adrenaline takes over. The MSC Luna Park Arena transforms into a stage for interactive games, family shows, and live performances. As the sun sets, the lights intensify, the music rises, and the ship pulses with energy from deck to deck. Here, fun isn't limited by time or location. Entertainment sparks everywhere, from a pianist improvising in a lounge to a DJ spinning under the stars. Because on MSC World Europa, every deck is a stage, and every guest is part of the show. After the adrenaline and the buzz, MSC World Europa knows how to slow things down. Here, relaxation is an art, and ocean views are part of the therapy. At the bow, far from the hustle of the central decks, you'll find the MSC Aurea Spa, a sanctuary of wellness inspired by global traditions. Dry saunas, steam baths, sensory showers, and a thermal circuit where time seems to pause. Massages with essential oils take place in front of floor-to-ceiling windows framing the horizon, reminding you you're floating on a giant that moves with absolute grace. And for those who believe wellness also comes through movement, the Panoramic Gym offers treadmills with sea views, free weights, cutting-edge machines, and zones for functional training. Natural light pours in, turning every session into a ritual facing the sea, not just a workout routine. If you're looking for a more social kind of relaxation, the Zen Pool is an adults-only paradise. No water slides here, no loud music, just the constant whisper of the Mediterranean. On cooler days, the Botanic Garden Pool takes center stage. Its retractable roof lets you swim under natural light no matter the temperature, surrounded by greenery and just steps from a bar serving fresh drinks. Even the common areas aboard World Europa invite you to unwind. From hidden terraces with sofas and hammocks to quiet corners by the railings where you can read, sip coffee, or simply gaze at the sea for hours. On this ship, relaxation isn't an added luxury. It's part of the journey. Sailing aboard the MSC World Europa is also a culinary journey across continents, without ever leaving the ship. With over 30 bars and restaurants, the offerings range from fine dining with signature menus to reinvented fast food that surprises at every turn. This isn't just about eating, it's about living gastronomic experiences worthy of the world's best cities. At the chef's garden kitchen, freshness is taken literally. Ingredients grow in a hydroponic garden right inside the restaurant. As chefs cut fresh herbs before your eyes, they craft dishes that fuse modern techniques with Mediterranean flavors. Meat lovers will feel right at home at Butcher's Cut, a tribute to the American steakhouse with dry-aged cuts grilled to perfection, paired with carefully selected wines. Asian cuisine has its own temple in the Kaito Teppanyaki and Sushi Bar, where knives and spatulas fly across hot plates in a sensory culinary show. Those who prefer something more casual find their haven at Luna Park Pizza and Burger, where dough is baked on the spot, and the burgers are stacked with ingredients made for a foodie festival. The experience continues with bars that are entire worlds of their own, from a British pub with craft beer and live music to a champagne bar where every glass tells a story. And of course, there's the Sweet Corner, a charming ice cream parlor perfect for sunny afternoons on deck. Here, every meal is a journey within the journey. And on a cruise that docks in history-rich ports, gastronomy becomes the perfect bridge between the culture you explore and the experience you live on board. As the sun sets and the Mediterranean turns golden and violet, MSC World Europa reveals a different side of itself. The day fades and the decks come alive with lights, music, and vibrant energy. At night, the heart of it all is the World Galleria, transformed under the glow of its massive LED dome. The projections become more intense, from starry skies to constellations that pulse with the music. This is where people gather before choosing how their evening unfolds. At the World Europa Theater, original productions combine dance, acrobatics, and immersive visual effects. These aren't just shows. They're visual stories that transport the audience to imagined worlds, powered by state-of-the-art projection and sound systems. For something more intimate, the themed lounges offer everything from live jazz to DJ sets. The Masters of the Sea Pub welcomes you with warm lighting and live music, while the Elixir Mixology Bar crafts signature cocktails that look like miniature works of art. Gamers find their thrill in the World Europa Casino, where lights shimmer over roulette tables, blackjack, and the latest slot machines. And for those seeking something different, the silent disco breaks the night's silence, a dance floor full of glowing headphones where everyone moves to their own rhythm. On the MSC World Europa, the night never ends. It evolves. It begins with a toast by the sea and might end dancing under stars that, for a few hours, feel like they shine just for you. MSC World Europa isn't just a place to explore, it's a place to live. And its wide range of staterooms proves it. More than 2,600 rooms designed for every type of traveler, from those who prefer the essentials to those who dream of staying in a floating palace. At the foundation of the experience are the interior cabins, cozy and practical, perfect for guests who spend the day exploring and return only to rest. Warm lighting, smart design, and everything you need for a comfortable stay. A step above, the ocean view cabins feature floor-to-ceiling windows that frame the horizon like a living painting. Here, waking up means watching the Mediterranean shift colors with the sunrise. The balcony cabins take the experience even further. Breakfast with a sea breeze, reading at sunset, or simply letting the waves become your private soundtrack. At the most exclusive end is the MSC Yacht Club, with luxury suites that include a personal butler, private access areas, jacuzzis on the balcony, and decor that blends modern elegance with handcrafted detail. Some of these suites span 2 floors, with separate living rooms and panoramic windows that make the sea feel present in every corner. No matter the category, on the World Europa, each stateroom is a sanctuary, a place where the ship's motion feels like a gentle sway, and the outside world becomes a changing canvas that travels with your dreams. Beneath the sleek surface of the MSC World Europa lies a technological heart built to move thousands of tons with the least possible impact on the planet. This is MSC Cruises' first ship powered by liquefied natural gas, a fuel that drastically reduces sulfur and nitrogen oxide emissions while producing far less CO2 than traditional fuels. Its massive cryogenic tanks store LNG at negative 162 degrees Celsius, ready to feed its next-generation engines. Propulsion is handled by AI-pod systems that can rotate 360 degrees, giving the captain a level of maneuvering precision that's remarkable for a 333-meter ship. In open waters, the dynamic positioning system keeps the vessel steady in one spot without using anchors, protecting the seafloor. The World Europa also recycles engine heat to produce hot water and uses an advanced wastewater treatment system that releases water cleaner than when it entered. Even the lighting is 100% LED to reduce power consumption. If Icon of the Seas amazed with its sheer machinery, World Europa captivates with its silent efficiency. Here, everything is designed for the technology to work quietly in the background, almost invisible, while the guest enjoys the journey. Because on this ship, engineering isn't just a mechanical feat, it's a promise to sail into the future without leaving a trace. The day winds down, but on the MSC World Europa, there's always one last moment that stays with you. You rise to the upper decks as the ship slices through the Mediterranean. The breeze is gentle, just enough to remind you you're far from shore. From up here, the Y-shaped stern opens like a natural stage. Beneath your feet, the spiral glows, a metallic line of fire descending through the lower decks. Beyond that, the World Galleria's LED dome lights up with hypnotic patterns that seem to pulse with the ship's rhythm. In that instant, everything aligns. The light, the sound of the sea, the quiet conversations over cocktails, and the feeling that for a brief moment, the whole world fits inside this giant. There's no rush, no engine noise, just the quiet certainty that you're aboard a work of engineering sailing into the future with silent steps. And as the horizon melts into night, you realize this isn't just a journey. It's a living postcard you'll carry with you long after you disembark. This concludes our tour aboard the MSC World Europa, a a European giant that redefines what it means to travel by sea. Silent technology, futuristic design, and a vision of luxury that doesn't need to shout to shine. Not long ago, I took you aboard the icon of the seas, and today we've explored its European rival with a completely different approach. Now it's your turn. Which one wins this battle of titans? The Caribbean's roar, or Europe's elegant whisper? Let me know in the comments. If this journey left you wanting more, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Curiometro, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventures. And if you haven't seen it yet, here's the Icon of the Seas video, so you can discover what life is like on the other extreme of the cruising world. Until next time, curious mind.